I was watching the game Sunday this weekend, and you and I both picked the Steelers to beat Seattle.
Did we?
And I know I was feeling good about my pick.
Was that our pick? Did I pick? I didn't pick Pittsburgh.
Because we had the same picks.
Rob G.
Maybe you picked them against this. Were they? I don't know if they were favored or not, but I know we both picked them.
That wasn't one of our games. No, because you remember me. I'm down on Pittsburgh. I didn't think they were going to win.
Oh, they weren't a pick. You're right.
Right.
But I did think they were going to win. Anyway, I was feeling good about it early on. And then, of course, Ben Roethlisberger gets hurt. And, they lost. Not predictably, they lost. And now he's out for the season. That's the big news of the day, Rob. Ben Roethlisberger is going to have surgery on his right elbow that Coach Mike Tomlin said would keep him out for the rest of the season. And I picked the Steelers to win the AFC North. I thought they would beat out Cleveland. I wasn't a believer in Baltimore. And I thought they'd bounce back from losing all that talent, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, in the offseason. Troubled talent, I should say, but talent. But now their season is over. I don't think anybody denies that.
It might have been over even before the injury, to be honest.
Very good point.
Right? Let's just be honest.
Now, look, losing to Seattle, there's no shame in that. But I believe the game was in Pittsburgh.
Right, coming off of the bad opening loss, right. And then you go home hoping to get an equalizer, right, and being 1-1. You lose, and you lose your quarterback.
Yep. So the good news for them was that the Browns weren't looking too good, at least after week 1. And obviously the Bengals aren't much. So they might have had a chance to sneak in to the playoffs. But now they're done for sure. You have any doubt in that?
I don't have any doubt. In fact,
you didn't believe in them anyway.
I didn't believe in them because people got caught up. And you know this, Chris, a lot of Steelers fans, they just were in denial. Like, oh, you could lose that guy, it doesn't matter. Oh, you could lose that guy, it doesn't matter. They kept preaching that addition by subtraction. I think that they miscalculated, and I'm not just playing prisoner of the moment. The offense just wasn't the same. Let's just be honest. Would we agree on that?
Yeah, it wasn't. And I get, and again, I was caught up into it too. And I think with good reason, because I do think that sometimes it is addition by subtraction. When you got guys with bad attitudes, I think Antonio Brown had just worn out. That had just run its course. Now, I think in New England he may be fine, but Oakland wasn't a strong enough organization for him. It had run its course in Pittsburgh. I don't think most teams would be a good fit for AB, but I think New England may be.
Right, but it was more about Pittsburgh.
So I think getting rid of him. But Juju's struggling as the number one, I'll tell you that.
Well, but that's what happens sometimes. When people think that it's all about them, there are other situations and scenarios where, Chris, you know that. Like if you have somebody else, it's just like a batting order, okay? If you don't have protection in the batting order, you're not going to get those pitches to hit. When they got to start hitting behind you, Chris, guess what? You're going to see the fastballs because they can't walk you, and he's behind you.
Yep.
So you get those pitches to hit, and if you don't have protection, right, they'll throw you garbage, and then they'll go after the guy behind you. So you can sit there and think it's all about you, but those things do factor in sports.
No question.
That's it.
No question.
Yep. So,
no question.
I'll say this. Ben bouncing back or not, and for him to put out a statement that he's going to honor his 3-year contract, which is kind of weird to me that would be even on your mind to talk about, that you're going to honor it or whatever. I guess I don't know. Unless Ben said he was going to quit, why in the world would you do that? You just got injured.
I get it because of his age. He's 37, and I think you're about to make a big statement. He's 37.
I'm moving on.
Right. So you're saying he's done no matter what?
Yes, because I think that
that's precisely why I think he released that statement. Because and you're not wrong, but at 37 years old, you have a season-ending injury. It's natural for people to be like, "You're done. It's over." If LeBron's only 35, he's not quite as old. But, even LeBron, even if LeBron had like some season-ending serious injury early this upcoming season, some people would begin to wonder, based on last year, the first serious injury with the groin. Then you'd have a big injury. Remember, that's when Kobe's career began to go south. You got an injury.
Once you have that first one.
Right. I think that's why. But go ahead. I don't want to take away from your statement.
All right. Is this on? Hello, Pittsburgh. Hear me out. Whether he comes back healthy or not, it's time to move on from Big Ben. Enough already. The rice is done. Oh, that's Uncle Ben. The clock is ticking. He's run out of time. This organization is going the other way. You want to talk about falling off a cliff? Have you watched Big Ben before the injury? It wasn't happening. It was going the other way. Sometimes look at it as a blessing. Things happen for a reason. Isn't that what they say? Here's your excuse. Run the other way. Tell Ben thank you, but no thank you. I don't want any more Ben Roethlisberger if I'm in Pittsburgh. Try something else. I don't want an old, aging quarterback who, without talent around him, is going to struggle. Struggling. That's That's right. Thank you, Joe Namath. That's what's happening to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Cut bait. Tell them thank you. Sayonara. Is that how you say it? All that. Thank you. I'm done with Ben Roethlisberger if I'm the management in Pittsburgh. And you know what? Take Mike Tomlin with you.
Oh.
All right? I'm ready to move on.
Oh.
Time for a new era. No, this is Rob Parker, not Terry Bradshaw talking.
All right. You've gone too far.
Okay, there we go.
All right.
Thank you.
I was fine with the Ben stuff because I don't look. I think he was going to have a decent year. I guess obviously wasn't off to a great start. But I wasn't convinced he was done. I mean, just a year ago, he led the league in yardage, all right? So I thought he could still have something left. However, let's look at it. Is this team with Ben Roethlisberger going anywhere? This is not a blessing in disguise, but you make the best of it. And what it has turned into is an opportunity to see what you have now in Mason Rudolph, the backup. That's what it is. See what you have in him. See if he, I think they like him. And he wasn't horrible on Sunday. He's actually okay. See what you have in him and see if he's your quarterback of the future. If he isn't, then you draft a quarterback. And you begin the next era of Pittsburgh Steelers football. Ben had a great era. Ben had a great career. He doesn't have to apologize for anything. I mean, he had his issues.
They won 2 Super Bowls, right?
But yeah, he won 2 Super Bowls. He's definitely going to be in the Hall of Fame. Great. But you could see it was time. People question his leadership. We heard it last year. We heard there was a story that just came out, about a week ago, talking about his leadership and all that. It's time to move on. I'm with you on that, Rob. And now, where I'm not with you is on Mike Tomlin. No. The Pittsburgh Steelers are better than that. Since 1969, Rob, what is that? 31, that's 50 years. They have had 3 head coaches. Chuck Noll, the great Chuck Noll, 4 Super Bowls.
I got it. I remember Chuck Noll. I watched him.
Yes. Bill Cowher gets you one. Mike Tomlin gets you one. Unless Mike Tomlin's ready to walk out himself, which I'm sure he's not, you stick with him. Now, if he can't start a new era, right, in a few years, then it might be time to move on. But I think the Steelers will stick with Mike Tomlin, and I think they should. He's still a young guy because he started as a young coach. He's 47 years old, and he's got a long career left. If he can't get you started in that new direction in a few years, then you can move on. But no, not yet. Look at what he's dealt with. All these headaches.
Yeah, but some of it is his because of what he's done from the standpoint of the way he runs his locker room. And he's been criticized by Terry Bradshaw about how that thing goes down. I'm not saying I think Terry's been harsh, calls him a cheerleader or whatever.
Right. Well,
I'm not saying that.
Tomlin, because you're right. Because some people are looking at him like he enabled Ben.
That's what I'm saying.
He enabled AB.
That was the story that we read. Didn't we read that story by Mike Freeman?
No question. And obviously there's truth in there, but others could look at it and are looking at it like, man, Mike Tomlin made it work with Le'Veon Bell and his issues, Antonio Brown and his issues. You know what I'm saying? So you can look at it one of two ways, and maybe even take a little bit of both. And I think he could learn from that. When he took over, he's a young guy. He made it work. He won a Super Bowl. But I think going forward, he would learn, look, let me not empower a player like that, like I did in the past. And so I definitely don't think they would move on from Mike Tomlin.
I'm just saying that.
Shocked at you.
That would be my as we move forward. Out with the old and in with the new. And can they get rid of Adam Vinatieri as well? Because Adam Vinatieri for the Colts is just, dude, AB. Stop it. Is he not 50 years old? How old is he?
46, I believe.
Stop it.
He's kicking like he's 46.
He's missed 5. You know what?
It's bad.
Just go to Tom Brady's highlight reel. Adam Vinatieri has 30 minutes on Tom Brady's highlight reel with all of those field goals that he kicked for him. He does.
You don't want to bring up Brady.
No, forget Brady. We're not talking about Brady right now.
You can't. You love Brady.
Hey, why? Because he's winning me money?
I know y'all taped what Rob said last week.
What? I told you. I bet. What?
Y'all taped all that praise he was heaping on Brady and the New England Patriots.
Hey, they will.
Don't lose that. Because in a few weeks or months, when he's ready to kill the New England Patriots so he can get on the radio in Boston, and he can be public enemy number 1 up in Boston.
Even though they cheated me out of it.
Right. He wants to take Max Kellerman's title as the hater number 1.
How did he get that title from me? From the New England
They
fans?
had you in the locker room, right? Bulletin board?
Do you know
how
many people have told me they watched the Patriots highlight reel video of last season? They told me I had a starring role in it, that I was in it so much.
So when you ready to
and I'm on the NFL Network video.
We're gonna play. Alex, do you have that right now?
I got to pull it up during the break for you, CP.
We're gonna play all the love you were throwing at. It
was pretty
Patriots.
gushy.
It was gushy.
And you know what? My pockets are fatter too over it.
On that note, whether he comes back healthy or not, is it time for the Steelers to move on from Big Ben? Your turn to weigh in.
Let's start with Ty in D.C. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
What's up, fellas? First of all, I agree 1,000% with you, Rob. The guy said it best in your update, Doug Godley. Why would you hold on to a 37-year-old quarterback? And please don't tell me about Tom Brady. Like the guy says, he's an outlier. When you decided to get rid of 2 of your best players, whether you was forced to get rid of them or not, you decided to get rid of them. And why keep a 37-year-old?
He'll be 38 in March, right? Go ahead.
And coming off a major injury. For what? For what? Who has a high salary cap towards the thing.
Remember,
you're going young at running back. You're going young at wide receiver. And now one more thing. I agree with you, Rob. On his way out the door, grab Tomlin and tell him and take him with you. Tell him pack his bag.
So
too.
why are you down on Tomlin?
I've been down on Tomlin for the last 2 or 3 years because I think people don't. You guys know this, but he's having circus down there. They've lost 1 or 2 Super Bowls, I think, because the Tomlin didn't have any control over the locker room. But like Shannon said, when he went Facebook Live or whatever it's called live,
right,
it was time for him to go. He did nothing about it.
Well, but he's been an enabler to a certain extent, so I agree with that. All right, Ty, thanks for the call. What about John in Kentucky? You're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, John?
What's up, fellas?
What's happening?
I'm living the dream. I got to ask. There were rumors that Roethlisberger wasn't going to have surgery. He wanted to fight through it, didn't want to have surgery. for 15 minutes. And then all of a sudden, I think he took a look around and decided, you know what, this may be a year to sit out. Probably should go ahead and have some surgery. And I don't even know if he's going to have surgery. I don't know what you guys think. He may just be in a sling and just say he had surgery because the dumpster fire he's in.
Deion Sanders said.
Oh no!
After week one,
yeah.
remember that he said. Now I'm not saying that was rooted in any knowledge that this was going to happen. I think Deion was just talking off the top of his head, but he said he thought late in the season Ben might retire.
Yep, he threw it out there.
It is bad. And that's the thing. If Ben is thinking that way, then he's not thinking about retiring. He's thinking, let me rest up. This is going to be a bad year regardless, and come back next year strong. Maybe see if we can make some offseason moves and get better. But I'm wasting my time this year.
No,
I can see that.
And the team is, from the first 2 weeks, I'm sorry, just not feeling it.
Now, 2 tough games, tough teams,
no
but
doubt
still,
about
they
it.
look bad.
They just look bad. I agree.
Yeah.
Adam in Los Angeles, you're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
What's up, guys? Best radio show on the planet. I'm telling you, I love
My
this
man.
show.
Thank you,
I never
brother.
miss it. Never miss it. Never
Appreciate
miss
it so much. That's nice.
Rob, you are preaching. You are. I'm a diehard Steeler fan, and for the past 2 years, I said,
Oh,
needs to go.
Hey, Adam. Oh, man, your phone.
Unfortunately, we got a bad connection.
Yeah, either you got to try back. You're in a bad cell area. We can't hear you, bud. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, what about Eric in Washington? You're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, E?
Hey, what's up, man? Yo, Rob, you're spot on. It's time to say bye to Felicia. I agree with that one caller saying, it's time to let Tomlin go because he's the main reason why Felicia was still on the team when she should have been let go.
Bye, Felicia.
Felicia
Bye,
meaning
Felicia.
being AB in your mind, right?
No, Felicia meaning Big Ben.
Big Ben.
Oh,
Big
wow.
Ben.
Wow.
Big Ben needs to
All
go
he did was
bye-bye.
give you 2 Super Bowls.
You know what? That's what they say about Eli, but look at Eli. He's just mogging up stuff. Get rid of these old cats. I'm tired of people holding on to them. As soon as a running back, a fullback, or defensive end, or linebacker gets their age, we got to let them go because they're too old. I don't want to hear that crap. Quarterbacks are the worst. Even though they don't get hit anymore because they're protected,
Right.
it's still time to let them go.
All right.
All right, appreciate it. And didn't James Conner get hurt too?
Well, he's saying it's not serious. So.
It's not serious? Okay.
Yeah.
And I was just going to
he
say,
may be out next week. I'm not sure.
this is where that whole running back getting paid and playing, and it's always scary.
Yeah.
It is, because you just don't know.
Hey, it's The Odd Couple. I'm Chris. He is Rob. And we want to encourage all of you to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
That's right. You can listen to us on the radio, and now you can watch us as well, and it's fun.
No question about it. And remember, oh, yeah!